What's going on? This is Brother Jay, and I'm back again with another thought of the day, man. And my thought of the day is called Illogical. Now, this part right here do not make any kind of sense. Now, what I'm referring to is when you talk to some of the Gen Z, that's, roughly around the range of, I want to say 22 years old, roughly, their logic do not make no kind of sense. Now, what I mean by that is this, okay? If we talk to the average, 22-year-old, she's a babe just out the woods, you know what I'm saying? And she got some bodies beneath her fingernail tips, you know what I'm saying? But in her mind, she speaks like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the guy would say something like, would you date an older dude? Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I want him to take care of me. I want him to pay for everything and do this, that, and the other and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Is he's viewed as a predator? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, on this panel that I'm speaking on, you have these young brides that's like 22, 24 years old, and you have this older bride that's like maybe 31 or 32. So, you know what I'm saying? She's the main one saying, oh, you know what I'm saying? If an older guy dates a younger woman, he's a predator. But the younger girls are saying, I'll date the older guy as long as he take care of me. So this is not making no logical sense, man. This is not making no logical sense. Because you're talking from two different avenues of the female perspective. You know what I'm saying? You're talking from the older lady, you know what I'm saying, who can't attract, you know what I'm saying, the certain kind of guy that she wants. So she's trying to demand that the man she dates treat her like this. So she's coming from young girl energy, but she's not a young girl no more. Because she knows she's in competition. You know what I'm saying? So in her older mind logic, you know what I'm saying? Oh, if you date younger women, instead of dating women like me and close to my age factor, you're a predator. Predator. You know what I'm saying? The woman's of legal age. You know what I'm saying? She's legally able to go to the club. And you want to say he's a predator because he's trying to date somebody that's younger, which means youth and more beauty than you, and able to bear children to bear his, you know what I'm saying, his namesake, But this older woman, because she's at the end of her rope, she's not able to bear children like she used to no more. You know what I'm saying? So she's shitting on men that's dating younger women instead of dating her. This is not making no kind of... See, this is called convenience. You know what I'm saying? When you're a young knucklehead broad like she used to be, because you fucked up and didn't think about how to maneuver your hand when you was younger, now that you became older now, you want to shit on the older men that are dating younger women than you. Because you're not viably optional no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you have a truckload of kids and stuff like that. He's like, no, I'm not fading you with all those kids. Kiss my ass. Nigga, let me get this younger broad that don't have no kids at all. That I can teach her to be on my program and shit. This is why this shit is illogical. You know what I'm saying? But that's how what I call mental gymnastics works. You know what I mean? Because younger ladies are saying always want to date older dudes for several reasons. One, you know what I'm saying? Older men have experience. Usually when the panties drop, these older men know what to do. Sometimes when you're a younger dude, you know what I'm saying, you fumbling and trying to figure it out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But mostly older dudes know what the fuck they're doing. For two, You know what I'm saying? Most older dudes usually have their own crib. You know what I'm saying? They ain't living in mom's basement and stuff like that and labeling shit on the milk jar. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch. This is mine, mom. You know what I'm saying? You know, usually older dudes have their own shit. And they have their own mentality. You know what I'm saying? Which slides into level 3, you know what I'm saying? Which is that usually when a younger woman dates an older dude, he usually has some place to lead you, some kind of avenue or a lesson that he's trying to teach you. Now it depends on her and her young hard-headed ass. To say if she's not trying to get on this program, not trying to listen, then that's her just, you know what I'm saying, trying to be stubborn and shit and fight against what she know is the biological, you know what I'm saying, basically evolution, which is that the older you get, the more you know. The younger you are, the less you know. That's biological evolution. Not saying there ain't exceptions to the rule, but mostly, you know what I'm saying, when you were younger, you know what I'm saying, let's say 22-year-old bride, and you fucking with, you know what I'm saying, a 30 to 32-year-old man, he knows way more shit than you know. So when you want to sit there in front and act like I know as much as you're lying, you're fronting, that's ego talking. You've been watching too much of the internet, you know what I'm saying, to try to act like you're saying like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just making excuses why not to follow his lead because I know as much as he does. So this is why this shit is illogical. Because no matter what part of the demographic that the lady is on, it'll never make sense. When she's the younger woman, if I date somebody older, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why I don't date somebody the same age, because he's childish, he's inexperienced, he don't know what he's doing, but this older dude knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So from a younger lady's point of view, she always want to date somebody older because she kind of biologically want to be led, and she figures that this older man knows how to lead than this younger dude do. Because he's only going to fuck with you for bragging rights. But when the older man get with you, he's going to treat you classy. You know what I'm saying? But when they get older, you know what I'm saying? And now they trying to excuse, as an older lady, if you dating down like you dating a younger dude, oh, it's okay if I pick the younger dude. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, But when an older man picks a younger woman and shit from that older woman's point of view, you're a predator. You're just trying to fucking meet somebody that you can control. But then what the fuck you picking the younger guy for then? If you over your 30s and stuff like that, and you picking like a dude that's like a basketball star that's like 22 years old, what are you picking him for? Veteran status? No. You picking him because you're saying you know that you're a fucking cougar. And you can whip him in your spider web with your veteran seasoned pussy. So you're doing the same thing that a man is doing, but you're shitting on the man for choosing younger women instead of choosing your old ass. But then when you choosing a younger nigga, you're saying it's okay. That's illogical, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So for me to bring this to a close, man, I want to say this. Y'all ladies need to understand the whole old school saying, which is goose gander. You know what I'm saying? Which means when you was a young chick and you thought it was cool to pick older men and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Then the older man should be cool with picking the younger bride. Now you're mad because you're getting older now, and most of the older men, you're saying, are more established and more settled. But see, now that your mind got older, you're saying, speaking through, saying, many experiences and veteran pussy, that, saying, oh, when I was young, I was stupid. I did this over here. But now I'm older now. I know what to do now. And now that you know how to finesse the game that benefits you the most, You're mad because most of the dudes are picking bras that are younger than you. So you acting like that's not fair. They predators. Why don't you get with somebody your own age? Now, why is it? You know what I'm saying? Criticize that men should get with somebody their own age, but women, it's okay if you date somebody older or even younger. It's okay no matter which factor you're talking about. It's okay no matter how the woman choose to date whatever man. But when a man chooses a younger woman, he's a predator. You know what I'm saying? We have shit on the news saying where teachers are fucking students and shit in school. Ain't she a predator? He ain't even 18. And still some women will give that lady an excuse. Well, she had his kid. She had a teenager kid. Are you serious? So either way, I'm bringing this to a close because this is illogical. And a lot of women want to make sense that on shit that don't make no sense. So I'm out of here. Deuces.